As we're downsizing, right, there's some time that goes into that. So the role that we play is to, number one, help you stay safe in your home in that downsizing process, especially if you're downsizing and once you get to your home, you're kind of going, well, what do I do now? What do I do with all my stuff? I might need a little more assistance before moving into a wonderful community like this, or as you move into a community like this. So we'll talk about all of that. So there's two different types of folks that come in your home in terms of home care, and there's skilled and non-skilled. So wanted you to keep in mind that there are two different types of home care and the terminology, so that when you're talking to someone in home care, you have the terminology correct, right? They always say that, like, if you go get your car fixed, the more you know how to call things, right, the better service you get sometimes, because you know what you're doing and you have that knowledge. The skilled care is the care that's sent into your home after a procedure or ordered by your doctor. That is, services are paid for often by insurance. So that's your Medicare, your TRICARE, those are your medical services. So that's why it will depend on if you go in for a procedure or you need physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy in the home, called skilled care, and you need a doctor's order. Okay, that's going to depend on what type of insurance you have. We talked about how there's Medicare and different insurances. Different insurances are going to have different skilled care. And that care is usually short term, 30 to 60 minutes a week to come in and do that prescribed therapy for you. That goal is to get you back up on your feet, up and running, reaching certain goals, and then it's designed to start or continue rehab at home. But again, it's going to last for however long your insurance deems, and once they get you to goals, they're going to stop service. So that's skilled. What we are as assisting hands is we are what we call non-skilled. So when you look at companies, you're going to see home care, you're going to see home health. Those terms are interchangeable. So I always thought home health was the skilled and home care was non-skilled. That's not the case. So again, as you hear terminology around you in the field, you're going to hear skilled and non-skilled, or again, what we do is called private duty home care, because it is primarily private pay. So it is an out-of-pocket cost. That being said, we are contracted by the VA. We're really talking to the folks who can't make it out. So if you're here, then you're tied into the industry and the community a little bit. So again, non-skilled is called private duty or in-home care. No doctor's order is needed. The services, again, are private pay, VA, and we also take long-term care insurance. So as somebody was mentioning before, that long-term care insurance can help. Many long-term care policies, and correct me if I'm wrong, have an elimination period. Has anybody dealt with theirs? You have to start, right? You have to activate it, and then you have a 30, 60, 90-day policy where you have to pay for the fees, and then the policy starts paying you. Well, if you know that you're going to be downsizing or moving into a community, the idea would be to kind of start that elimination period with home care, because you're paying home care rates as opposed to starting with the ALF fee. So anyway, there's all these nuances. As you can tell, that's why we do these workshops. There's all these different nuances. So even if you live in assisted living, however, sometimes you need that one-on-one care, that one-on-one for 4 hours, companionship. Maybe it's, again, somebody lives alone. Well, the assisted living, they're not designed to have a one-on-one for blocks of time experience. So again, especially when it comes to cognitive concerns. So keep that in mind. And our visits are 4 to 24 hours. Most industries, there'll be a short minimum of 4-hour visits. So again, our assisting hand services and most of your private duty services is bathing, as we mentioned, those activities of daily living: bathing, dressing, grooming, transportation. And as Kara said, the biggest surprise is that our services are not covered under those same Medicare or Medicare Advantage plans, because we don't have a medical barrier. Well, we don't have a medical benchmark to reach. But these are all nurses, social workers, or clinically trained team members that are all full-time employees with assisting hands. They are the team that will come out and oversee your care and help with scheduling. And as I mentioned, your payer source, long-term care insurance, VA contract with community care, essentially a 4-hour minimum flat rate.